Your body should have a fasting period every day. If you eat all the time, your body's just going to store energy and never have a period to burn energy. What's going to happen? You're going to gain weight. So if you want to lose weight, let your body eat your body fat.
Have you ever fallen for the myth that to lose weight, you just need to eat less and move more? That's what we've been told for decades. But what if that approach isn't working and never really did? Dr. Jason Fung, a Toronto-based kidney specialist and best-selling author of The Obesity Code, has helped thousands of patients lose weight by turning old diet advice completely upside down. In fact, his intensive dietary management program has guided over 14,000 people worldwide, and his results speak for themselves. Patients in his clinic have lost anywhere from 68 to over 200 pounds. Some have even reversed their type 2 diabetes in a matter of months. Today we're breaking down his 7 most powerful fat-burning secrets so viewers can learn exactly how to work with the body, not against it. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe for more health tips that actually work. Let's start with secret number 7. Secret number 7, counting calories doesn't work the way most people think. Dr. Fung puts it bluntly. He says, eat less, cut your calories, watch your portion size. Those form the foundation of conventional weight loss advice over the last 50 years, and it's been an utter disaster. Here's why. According to Dr. Fung, when someone cuts their calories by 30%, their body responds by slowing metabolism by roughly the same amount. The body fights back. It doesn't want to give up its fat stores, so even though someone is eating less, they're burning less too. The net result is frustration and eventual weight regain. This is why so many people have tried diet after diet without lasting success. The problem isn't willpower, the problem is the approach itself, and that brings us to secret number 6. Secret number 6 is not about calories, it's about insulin. Dr. Fung explains that insulin is the master fat storage hormone. He says, insulin is a fat storing hormone. There's nothing wrong with that. That is simply its job. When we eat, insulin goes up, signaling the body to store some food energy as body fat. When we don't eat, insulin goes down, signaling the body to burn this stored energy. Here's the key point. If insulin levels stay high throughout the day, the body stays in fat storage mode. Even eating less won't help if insulin is constantly elevated. Dr. Fung often points to the 1993 Diabetes Control and Complications trial as evidence. In that study, participants who received higher doses of insulin gained approximately 9.8 pounds more than those on standard doses. The only difference between the groups was the amount of insulin. Same calories, different hormone levels, different results. So how does someone lower insulin? That's where secret number 5 comes in. Secret number 5, stop eating all day long. Think about how most people eat today. Breakfast at 7 a.m., a snack at 10, lunch at noon, another snack at 3, dinner at 6, maybe dessert and a late night snack after that. That's 14 to 16 hours of eating every single day. Dr. Fung points out that back in 1977, surveys showed most Americans ate just 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch and dinner. No snacking in between. By the mid-2000s, people were eating almost 6 times a day, double the amount from just 25 to 30 years earlier. He doesn't believe this is about willpower. He says, do we really think that people just had more willpower in the 70s and somehow this was an epidemic of low willpower? I find that really hard to believe. It's not about willpower at all, it's about habits. Every time someone eats, insulin spikes. More meals and snacks mean insulin stays elevated longer, and elevated insulin means the body keeps storing fat instead of burning it. The solution? Give the body a break from food, which leads to secret number 4. Secret number 4. Fasting isn't starving, it's strategic. Dr. Fung recommends intermittent fasting to lower insulin and unlock fat stores, but here's the good news. He doesn't ask anyone to starve themselves. For beginners, he suggests the 16 to 8 method. That's 16 hours of fasting with an 8-hour eating window. In practice, this might mean skipping breakfast, eating lunch around noon, and finishing dinner by 8 p.m. During the fasting period, the body has time to lower insulin and start burning stored fat. For those who want stronger results, Dr. Fung recommends 24-hour fasts done 2 to 3 times per week. He says, my own feeling is that the 24-hour fast 2 to 3 times per week is stronger than the 16:8 regimen. For his diabetic patients with severe insulin resistance, he sometimes prescribes 36-hour fasts. That means eating dinner on day 1, skipping all food on day 2, then having breakfast on day 3. He says, in our clinic, we often recommend 36-hour fasts up to 2 to 3 times per week for people with type 2 diabetes. From experience, this longer fasting period produces quicker results. The key is flexibility. Dr. Fung encourages people to start slow and find what works. He says, you can certainly try skipping breakfast 2 to 3 times per week and working upwards from there. Some people prefer to work themselves in slowly, and others to jump in with both feet, kind of like a swimming pool. Some wade in, others cannonball right in. Your choice. Now, what can someone actually consume during a fast? That's secret number 3. Secret number 3. Not all drinks are created equal. Dr. Fung takes a practical approach to fasting beverages. Water is essential. He recommends starting each morning with a full glass. Black coffee is also allowed, up to 6 cups daily. It acts as a mild appetite suppressant and won't significantly spike insulin. Tea is encouraged too, especially green tea, oolong, black tea, cinnamon chai, and peppermint. These can help curb hunger without breaking the fast. But his highest recommendation goes to bone broth. He says, I highly recommend bone broth. It contains numerous minerals and vitamins and is quite filling in terms of reducing hunger pangs. The other benefit is that you can add a good amount of sea salt to it. That sea salt is important. Many people experience headaches during the first few fasts because they're suddenly consuming much less sodium. Dr. Fung says the simple fix is to increase salt intake through broth or mineral water. Now, here's what to avoid. Artificial sweeteners are off limits, even though they contain no calories. Fung warns they may still trigger hunger and insulin production through what's called a cephalic phase response. Diet sodas, juices, and anything with added sugar should also be avoided. A small amount of cream in coffee won't ruin a fast for most people, but Fung notes it's technically not true fasting. He allows it because it can improve compliance for some. Speaking of challenges, let's talk about secret number 2. Secret number 2. Hunger comes in waves, not tsunamis. This might be the most important mindset shift. Dr. Fung explains that hunger is hormonal, not an emergency. He says, hunger is not determined by not eating for a certain period of time. Rather, it's a hormonal signal. It does not come about simply because the stomach is empty. Here's what he tells his patients. Hunger comes in waves. It builds, peaks, and then fades. Most people find that hunger increases into day 2 of a longer fast, but then it actually decreases. The key is to ride out those waves. His practical advice, when hunger hits, slowly drink a glass of water or a hot cup of coffee. Often, by the time the cup is empty, the hunger has passed. Staying busy also helps. Avoid food triggers and distractions, and remember that the feeling will pass in 15 to 20 minutes. For side effects like fatigue, Dr. Fung has a clear warning. He says, persistent fatigue is not a normal part of fasting. If you experience excessive fatigue, you should stop fasting immediately and seek medical advice. Electrolytes are essential, especially during longer fasts. He recommends adding a pinch of natural salt like Himalayan or Celtic salt to water several times daily. Magnesium is also important since, as he notes, almost all type 2 diabetics are magnesium deficient. And now for the number 1 secret. Secret number 1, the real secret isn't a trick. It's understanding your own biology. Dr. Fung's ultimate message is simple but powerful. Most diets fail because they only focus on what to eat. They ignore when to eat. He says most diets concern themselves with only the first question, and I believe that's why they fail over the long term. It's not possible to address only half the problem and expect success. The real secret to fasting success is understanding that obesity is a hormonal problem, not a character flaw. It's not about eating less, it's about giving the body time to lower insulin so that it can finally access stored fat. And the results from his practice prove it works. In a peer-reviewed study published by BMJ Case Reports in October 2018, 3 of his patients with type 2 diabetes achieved remarkable outcomes. One 40-year-old man who had been diabetic for 20 years and required over 80 units of insulin daily was able to stop insulin completely within just 5 days of starting 24-hour fasts 3 times a week. After 7 months, his HbA1c dropped from 11% to 7%, and he lost 12% of his body weight. A 52-year-old patient on 70 units of insulin daily stopped all insulin within 18 days. After 11 months, he was off every single diabetes medication, lost 18% of his body weight, and reduced his waist by 22%. A 67-year-old patient stopped insulin within 13 days and eventually came off all diabetes medications. He reported that fasting was easy and gave him more energy, not less. Dr. Fung's message to anyone struggling with weight is this. He says, "We're giving you the power to take back your own health because you're not going to get it from anywhere else." So there it is. Dr. Jason Fung's 7 secrets to fasting success. From understanding that calories aren't the whole story, to lowering insulin through strategic meal timing, to riding out hunger waves and staying properly hydrated, these aren't gimmicks or fads. They're based on how the human body actually works. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more science-backed health tips. And leave a comment below. Which of Dr. Fung's fasting secrets surprised you the most? Or if you've already tried intermittent fasting, what results have you seen? Thanks for watching, take care and stay healthy. See you in the next video.